Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Learning Lab, where English is friendly, easy, and fun. I'm James, and I am so happy you decided to join us today.
And I'm Jenny. Oh my goodness, James, I have a feeling today is going to be such a great episode, you know? Like I woke up this morning and I thought today is going to be a good day.
Ha! That's so funny, because I woke up this morning and spilled coffee all over my shirt. So my day started a little bit differently than yours, Jenny.
Oh no, wait. You spilled coffee? Like a lot of coffee?
I mean, the whole cup, Jenny, the whole cup. I was half asleep, I picked it up, and then gone, all over my white shirt. So that was fun.
Okay, that is a rough start to the day, but hey, you're here, you're smiling, and honestly, that's what matters. And listeners, if you are also having a rough morning, don't worry, we are here to make your day better with some English.
Exactly. And before we jump into today's topic, we want to remind all of you, if you are enjoying the Learning Lab, please give us a like and hit that subscribe button. It really, truly helps us grow, and we want to reach as many English learners as possible around the world.
Yes, and it's free. It costs you nothing, just one little click, and you become part of the Learning Lab family. We love our family so much.
We really do. Okay, so Jenny, let's talk about today's topic. What are we doing today?
Okay, so today we are talking about something that sounds super simple, but actually a lot of people find it a little bit tricky, and that is how to introduce yourself in English.
Yes, and I know some people are thinking, oh, come on, that's too easy. I know how to do that. But trust me, there is so much more to a good self-introduction than just saying your name.
Right? Like, there's a big difference between a boring introduction and one that actually makes people want to talk to you more, you know?
Totally. And we've all been there. That moment where someone says, hi, tell me about yourself, and your brain just goes completely blank, like everything you know disappears.
Oh, wow. Yes, that happened to me once at a job interview. The interviewer said, so tell me about yourself. And I just sat there for like 3 seconds going, I, I am a person.
Jenny, no.
I'm serious. I completely forgot everything. I forgot my job experience. I forgot my hobbies. I even forgot what country I was from for a second.
Okay, that is very relatable, and that is exactly why we are doing this episode today. So, listeners, let's make sure that never happens to you. Or, if it does happen to you, at least you'll have the words ready.
Exactly. Okay, so James, let's start from the very beginning. What is the most basic, most simple way to introduce yourself in English?
All right, so the most basic, most simple introduction starts with your name, and there are actually a few different ways to say it. The most common way is to say, my name is. For example, my name is Jane. Super simple, super clean, everyone understands it.
Right, and that one is very formal, isn't it? Like you'd use my name is in a job interview or maybe when you're meeting someone's parents for the first time, somewhere where you want to sound polite and a little bit professional.
Exactly. But then in a more casual situation, like at a party or meeting a new classmate, you'd probably say something like, I'm James, or even, hey, I'm James. And that feels a lot more relaxed and friendly.
Yes, and there's also you can call me, which is super useful if your real name is long or difficult to pronounce. Like some of our listeners might have names that English speakers find hard to say. So you could say, my name is Supaporn Wilai Ratana Kunakin, but you can call me Sue.
Okay, I'm glad you said that and not me because I would have messed that up so badly.
I practiced that for 5 minutes before we started recording, just so you know.
Worth it. Okay, so we have my name is for formal situations, I'm for casual situations, and you can call me when you want to give people a nickname or an easier version of your name. That's already 3 ways, and we are just getting started.
Right, and the next thing you usually add after your name is where you're from. And again, there are different ways to say this. You can say, I'm from, which is the most simple and most common, like I'm from Cambodia, or I'm from Brazil, or I'm from Japan.
And you can also say, I come from, which means exactly the same thing but sounds a tiny bit more formal. So, I come from Thailand, same meaning as I'm from Thailand, but just a little more polished.
Oh, and here's one that I love. I'm originally from, because this one is useful when you are living in a different place from where you were born. So you could say, I'm originally from Vietnam, but I'm currently living in Canada. That tells people two things at once, where you grew up and where you are now.
Ooh, that's such a good point. I actually use that one a lot. I say, I'm originally from here, but now I live wherever I am at the time. It's a great conversation starter because people always get curious and ask, oh, why did you move?
Exactly, and suddenly the conversation just flows naturally. That's the whole point of a good introduction. You want people to say something to ask you about.
Oh, I love that. Opening a door for a conversation. That's like a quote, Jenny. Write that down, everyone.
Okay. Okay, so after your name and where you're from, the next thing people usually talk about is their job or what they study. And this is where people sometimes get confused about which word to use.
Right. So if you have a job, you say, I work as a, or I'm a, followed by your job title. For example, I work as a teacher, or I'm a teacher. Both are correct.
And if you are a student, you say, I'm a student, or you can be more specific and say, I'm studying, followed by your subject. So I'm studying English, or I'm studying business, or I'm studying engineering.
And here's a tip. If you want to sound more natural, you can combine them. Instead of just, I'm a teacher, you could say, I'm a teacher at a primary school in the city. Now, suddenly, it sounds so much more like a real conversation.
Yes, details make everything more interesting. And the same with studying. Don't just say, I'm a student, say, I'm studying medicine at university. And it is honestly the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. Now I want to hear more about you.
That's so true. The more real and specific you are, the more interesting you become. Okay, so after job or study, what else do people usually share in an introduction?
Hobbies and interests, because this is where your personality really comes out, you know? Like your name is just information, your job is just information, but your hobbies tell people who you actually are.
Yes, and the way to talk about hobbies is usually with I love or I enjoy or I'm really into. For example, I love cooking or I enjoy hiking or I'm really into photography.
Oh, and I'm really into is such a casual, natural phrase. It sounds very native speaker. Like no one sits in class and learns, I'm really into, but it's what people actually say in real life.
Totally. And you can add a little bit of personality to it too. Instead of just I love cooking, you say I love cooking, especially Thai food. But honestly, most of the time, I just eat instant noodles. Now I'm laughing and I know something real about you.
That is so me, though. I tell people, oh, yes, I enjoy cooking, but really, my most cooked meal is eggs. Just eggs in every possible form.
Jenny, same. Scrambled, fried, boiled. If it involves an egg, I've made it this week.
Okay, so listeners, you don't have to pretend to be fancy in your introduction. Be honest, be real, be a little funny if you can. That's what makes people remember you.
Love it. All right, so now let's put all of this together. We've got name, where you're from, job or study, and hobbies. Let's do a full example introduction together. Jenny, you want to go first?
Sure. Okay, so a full natural introduction might sound something like this. Hi there, my name is Jenny, and I'm originally from South Korea, but I'm currently living in Australia. I work as a graphic designer, mostly for small businesses and startups. Outside of work, I love hiking, especially in the mountains, and I'm also really into learning new languages, which is honestly why I started this podcast in the first place.
Oh, wow. See, that was so good. It had all the pieces, it flowed naturally, it had personality, and it ended with something that makes people curious and want to ask more. Chef's kiss.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, James, your turn.
All right, here I go. Hey, everyone. I'm James. I'm from a small town, but I've been living in the city for the past few years now, and I honestly can't imagine going back. The food here is just too good. I'm a content creator and English teacher, which basically means I spend all day talking and then go home and talk some more. In my free time, I love watching movies, trying different restaurants. Seriously, I would travel pretty far for a good meal. And I'm also recently getting into running, which is going terribly, but I'm not giving up.
Going terribly, but not giving up. I love that so much. See, that's personality. That's what makes people go, oh, I like this person.
Right. It's not about being perfect. It's about being real. And speaking of real, let's do a little role play, shall we? Like an actual mini dialogue, so listeners can hear how this sounds in a real conversation.
Oh, yes. Okay, let's pretend we are meeting for the first time at a coffee shop. Like we just sat down at the same table because the place is full.
Perfect. Okay, I'll start. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Sorry, is it okay if I sit here? The place is packed today.
Of course, please go ahead. I don't mind at all. I'm Jenny, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Jenny. I'm James. Are you waiting for someone or just working?
Oh, just working, or trying to anyway. I keep getting distracted by the music they're playing in here. Are you from around here, James?
I am now. I'm originally from a smaller city up north, but I've been living here for about 3 years now, and I honestly can't imagine going back. The food here is just too good. What about you? Are you local?
No, actually, I'm from South Korea originally. I moved here for work about a year ago. I'm a graphic designer.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. What kind of design do you do?
Mostly branding and logos for small businesses. It's really fun because every client is different, you know? What do you do, James?
I'm a teacher. I teach English, actually, and I also do a podcast with a friend.
No way. A podcast? What's it about?
English learning. It's called the Learning Lab. It's for people who want to get better at English, but also want to have fun while doing it.
That sounds amazing. I'll have to listen to it. My English is okay, but I always feel like there's so much more to learn, you know?
Honestly, same. I teach English and I still learn something new every day.
And scene. See how natural that was? We introduced our names, where we're from, our jobs, and we even had a whole conversation going. And it all started from just a simple, "Hi, I'm Jenny."
Right. And did you notice that in a real conversation, the introduction doesn't happen all at once? You share a little bit, then the other person shares a little bit, then you ask a question, then they answer. It goes back and forth very naturally. Yes, it's not like a job application where you list everything at once. It's a conversation. You give, then they give, then you give again.
Exactly. Okay, so now let's talk about common mistakes, because this is my favorite part. Not because I like mistakes, but because I feel like when you know what not to do, you learn so much faster.
Totally agree. And these are real mistakes. Mistakes I've seen students make, mistakes I've made myself, mistakes Jenny has made.
Okay, wow, just throw me right under the bus, James.
I mean, we learn from our mistakes, right? That's the whole point.
Fine, fine. Okay, so the first common mistake is using the wrong verb tense when you talk about your job. A lot of learners say, I am working as a teacher, when they actually mean, I am a teacher. The phrase, I am working as a, means it's temporary, like you're just doing that job for now, but it's not your main job or career.
Right. So if teaching is your actual career, you just say, I'm a teacher, or I work as a teacher. But if you're doing a temporary job while you look for something else, then I'm working as a teacher for now makes sense.
It's a small difference, but it changes the meaning. And the second mistake, this one is so common, is forgetting to add details. A lot of learners say, I am John, I am from China, I am a student, and then they stop. And the poor person they're talking to has to ask, so, what do you study?
It's like reading a grocery list. I am John. I am from China. I am a student. We understand the words, but we don't feel anything.
Exactly. Add details, add feelings. Instead of, I am a student, say, I'm studying computer science, and it's really challenging, but I'm enjoying it. Suddenly, it's alive.
Okay, and here is one that I find personally very funny. Mixing up I'm from and I come from. This is a really common one, especially for beginners. Some learners say, I'm come from Japan, and that is not correct.
Oh, yes. It's either I come from Japan or I'm from Japan, but not I'm come from. You can't use am and come together like that. It's one or the other.
Right, because I'm already means I am, so you can't then add another verb in the same way. It's a small grammar thing, but it really matters for sounding natural.
And the third mistake, oh, this one breaks my heart a little because I've been there, is being too formal in a casual situation. Like if you walk into a party and someone says, "Hey, what's your name?" and you respond with, "Good evening, my full name is Jennifer Elizabeth Park, and I was born in Seoul, South Korea in 19—"
Jennifer Elizabeth Park. I'm dying.
I'm just saying, read the room. If it's a relaxed situation, keep it relaxed. "Hey, I'm Jenny, nice to meet you." That's all you need. Save the formal version for when it's actually needed.
That is such good advice. Match your energy to the situation. Casual place, casual introduction. Professional place, professional introduction. And honestly, if you're not sure, starting casual and then adjusting is always safer than starting super formal and making everyone feel like they're in a job interview at a birthday party.
Exactly. Nobody wants that. Okay, so before we wrap up today, let's give our listeners a little challenge for the week.
Oh, yes, I love the challenges. Okay, listeners, here is your mission should you choose to accept it, and you should because it's going to help you so much. This week, we want you to write your own introduction, a full one. Your name, where you're from, what you do, and at least one hobby or interest. Write it out, practice saying it out loud, and try to add at least one detail or one personal touch that shows your personality.
And if you're feeling brave, and I hope you are, because you should be proud of your English, share it in the comments. We read every single comment, and we would absolutely love to see your introductions. Who knows, maybe we'll even feature some of them in a future episode.
Oh, that's such a great idea. Yes, put your introduction in the comments and we might actually talk about it on the show. How exciting would that be?
Very exciting. Okay, so let's do a quick summary before we say goodbye today. We talked about how to say your name. My name is for formal, I'm for casual, and you can call me when you have a nickname. We talked about where you're from. I'm from, I come from, and I'm originally from when you've moved somewhere new. We talked about your job. I'm a or I work as a, and your studies. I'm a student or I'm studying. And we talked about hobbies. I love, I enjoy, and I'm really into.
And most importantly, we talked about adding personality, details, and a little bit of your true self into every introduction, because that is what makes people remember you and want to keep talking to you.
Yes, your introduction is not just information, it's the first story you tell about yourself. Make it a good one.
I love that. Okay, that is all from us today on The Learning Lab. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. It genuinely means the world to James and me that you're here, learning and growing with us.
If you haven't already, please like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who's also learning English, because learning together is always more fun than learning alone.
It really is. All right, until next time, keep practicing, keep smiling, and remember, English is friendly, easy, and fun. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. See you next time, and good luck with your introductions. We believe in you.